Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for this week's Family Time Devotional. The goal of these devotionals is to help us grow in our discipleship and our devotion to the Lord within our family. So we're grateful that you've joined us. So we're releasing one of these about each week, and the goal for you is just to watch this sometime during that week. So hopefully have some spiritual dialogue and discussion for your family as we all try to grow in the Lord together. This week we are going to talk about love from the very familiar passage of 1 Corinthians 13. So at this time, if you want to pause this video and get a Bible, I'll be here waiting on you. Let's go ahead and read this passage together. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 1 through 7. If I speak human or angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so that I can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. And if I give away all my possessions, and if I give over my body in order to boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy, is not boastful, is not arrogant, is not rude, is not self-seeking, is not irritable, and does not keep a record of wrongs. Love finds no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. So apparently there was a lot of bickering and a lot of division at this church in Corinth, the church that Paul is writing these words to. Apparently people were seeking their own interests and were sort of running people over because they loved themselves more than they loved their brothers and sisters. So that's why Paul writes these verses to remind this church and to remind us that one of the hallmarks of genuine Christianity is the radical kind of love that we should have for one another. In my family, I certainly know that the times where there is division and bickering is normally when I put my needs above the needs of my family. So perhaps Paul's words here will do us some good as we try to live out the Christian faith in our homes. So here are a few questions for your discussion. Number one, why does Paul prioritize love as being among the most important traits we can have? You can pause the video now as you discuss. Number two, what does it mean to keep a record of wrongs, and why is that so destructive? Number three, how would our family or relationships change if we practice the things that Paul lays out for us in these verses? As we close this video, I'll encourage you to have a time of prayer. Maybe it's just you watching, maybe it's you and your family, but pray about the things that you've thought about or discussed today. Pray that you can have the kind of love that Jesus had for others as he ministered to others when he was here among us. Pray that you can put the needs of others before your own as you live out your Christian life in the world. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.